Now can you go down, just pick it up. Still with this babe, and of course she had to give
of the bush and what have you. So, man, it's sad. I hope that young lady, wherever she is getting all the support and love that she deserves from going through such a traumatic event. But I don't know. It was just a very painful reminder that things haven't changed as much as we would like to think.
That's very true. And for me, the thing is, people keep on asking me why I'm keep on repeating this story and why I need it to be heard. But it's because people don't understand the reality of what you just said. From Sarit to here, guys, it's like a 2 minute, if you're very slow, 5 minute walk. If you're very slow, 5 minute walk. But that short distance, you had to think, okay, what's going to happen? I don't have someone, like if anything were to happen, where would I go? What would I do? All this you have to calculate. That doesn't happen for everybody else. What about you, Angoe? What do you think about it?
I think the most painful part for me was, apart from, throwing blame here and there, was I can't believe that there was more than 2, 3, 5, 6 people there,
right,
who just saw that happening and they were like,
yeah,
Mom. So it's like what she said, the distance. Like I have a neighbor who I like to visit frequently, and it's like a 2 minute walk as well. But I always have to imagine taking an Uber.
Yeah, for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the Uber guys are like,
Unadu.
It's
real.
But it's like, I can't walk even at any time of the day.
Yeah.
It's not safe. It's really not safe.
It's really not safe out here. And people think it's a joke.
Yeah.
And people think... So my thing for everybody who is saying that, oh, it's a gender... let's not turn this into a gender thing. I'm like, who have you seen stripping a man?
Big facts.
No, please. Sawa, boda guys choma cars. Sawa. They chapa guys. Sawa. But
why were they groping her? Why
were they pulling her the way they were pulling her? Yeah.
Of course, if it was a man, they would have just like, you just get 2-3 punches. But they'd never strip you, and like it's the violation.
Yeah.
Against women is what we're talking about, not men versus women.
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
And the violation of personal space. And I keep on telling people it's a degree to this, because everybody thinks when you talk about sexual harassment or sexual assault, then we're talking about extreme cases like the lady for Forest Road, or those who have been raped, or those who go through gender-based violence in one way or another. But catcalling is also harassment.
Yeah.
Even in the club, like you can be passing, and this happens a lot at like clubs that get a bit crowded.
Yeah.
When a guy is trying to get your attention, there's some who are really aggressive about it, and they pull your hand, and you're like, one, I don't know you.
Yeah.
And even if I knew you, why would you pull me like that in a way to try and get my attention?
Yeah.
If the roles were reversed, if a woman was trying to get your attention, it's not physical.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I'd just be like, hey, hi, what's up? How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be like, okay, cool. I'm feeling your vibe, or I'm not feeling your vibe. You know what I mean? But yeah, it can be as simple as catcalling. It can be as simple as those kangies who just pull you into the mat as well.
Why does it have to be by force? Why do you have to have that pressure?
Right.
Why can't it be gentle? It's because men are not gentle, and that's what we are trying to do.
But do you think that's true? Do you really think that men are not gentle? Like, honestly.
I don't think so. I just think it's a deeper issue with how society has socialized men. Aggression is the thing.
Oh, it's the masculine thing to do.
We have to conquer women, and just how subconsciously even like that has positioned us as objects. We're things.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know there's men who are going to be on here who are catching feelings like it's not all men, it's not just me.
They're about to at us all.
The thing is, it's like it's how society has positioned men versus women.
Right.
We're objects to be conquered. We're things, like we're either caregivers or we're a status symbol or something along those lines. You know. So it's a much deeper issue, and I think it just needs to begin with how we are educating our boys and raising them, right? And beginning to change that mindset. But then what also was frustrating me about the whole let's not turn it into a gender issue was like, this case of this lady, the reason why it went viral is women came together to support and were making noise.
Right.
So as men, you guys also need to come together and support your guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make that noise that needs to be made
Men
for the
only
change
come
that you also
together
want to see.
support other men playing sport.
Right. You know?
Playing sport.
Come together. Yes.
Come together for another purpose.
You know,
Yeah.
yes, not right that border guys are also beating guys. We're
Right.
not trying to say that's okay at all, but where was the noise you guys were making for those
Right.
cases?
Right.
You know, so don't turn that anger now onto us for now speaking out about something.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that.
I also
It's-
hate the way
yeah.
you're literally like coming out of the point. It's like instead of being accountable for your
Counterparts.
counterpart,
Yeah.
it's like now you have to attack. It's like, you know what? Let's just
Divert. Let's
the
make noise
situation.
somewhere else
Yeah.
where it doesn't need to be. I completely agree with that. And so this is from just boomeranging from what you guys are saying. Then do you think that patriarchy has a disadvantage on men as well?
You know what? I think so. I think that there is, to play devil's advocate, a pressure
Yeah.
on men to also be a certain way. And this is just from conversations with some of my male friends who are actually really good guys.
Right.
But I think that there is, and then there's this whole thing, you know, the hyper masculinity. You know, you can't come across as soft, you can't come across as sensitive.
You can't be a
Can't,
simp.
you know, you can't be a simp.
Me, I
all
want
of
a
these
simp.
things.
If
You know
you're a
what I'm
simp,
saying?
hit me up, man.
Even if we think of like how we've gendered clothing, it's so ridiculous. Like I was
Yeah.
saying this to my mom, like, why can't men wear skirts? Why can't men wear dresses? Like, why are we
Right.
suppressed?
Yeah.
We wear trousers, like, you know.
That part.
So I think, the patriarchy does have a disadvantage of men, and which is why we all need to come together
And dismantle.
to dismantle it.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. What about you, Wendy? Do you think that patriarchy has a disadvantage to men?
Of course it does, but sometimes it's like if you're in a situation, you can either choose to be better but not let it define you.
Right.
So some men, you truly don't believe in it,
Yeah.
but you just like they're all for it because you know this is what is happening.
Right.
But if you truly don't believe in it, you can stand
Right.
others and fight the patriarchy.
Yeah. No, for sure. You can.
Imagine it's okay to be different.
Imagine it is. But you see, the thing that I keep on saying, and I play devil's advocate as well for the same thing about the patriarchy being disadvantageous, right? There are honestly moments where men do need community, but because of a man is like this, men don't cry, you have to always pull up, then you find that it's so hard to break some walls, and they can't even reach the self-awareness that they need because they're not meant to show emotion, or they're meant to be this way. So I sometimes, for instance, because I've grown up around a lot of men, I've seen how patriarchy also kills them. Because like me, I can run to you guys. You see how I seated here? We might not be best of friends, but if I had a bad day, I can come and just say, you bro, you know what, today has been a bad day, I'm in a bad mood, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I'll just mug, and you guys are like, okay, you'll hold space for me. But guys, if they're not drinking or fighting balls or throwing balls around, then there's nothing more. You know, I was listening to some guys who are saying, Yani, you'd find the guys who have to pass through like a bar before they go home, like to their wives and stuff, it's not actually they're going to talk about the day. They're probably going to sit down and be like, let's catch a pint or two, talk about the soccer match, then go back to whatever life is.
Yeah.
So there's this, I read it on the morning show and I found it very interesting. And I want to read it here because it's very, it caught me by surprise, right? So it was written by John Willis Njoroge. Shout out to you. This was very surprising. So he says, met a guy who was crying all alone in a restaurant. This guy had a cup of dawa, but just concentrated on the handle. He had an emotional meltdown because of issues at work and overwhelming demands from home. He felt like a failure, worthless, and not in a position to face his children. The man had dire emotional distress, and so we just decided to join him as two strangers, to which he agreed. After our conversation full of laughter and real-life personal stories about our failures, successes, hard work, our individual times of confusion about masculinity, courage, and fears, he was able to identify his victories and headed home, his head held high. we were all refreshed by this random meetup. Kenya has about 1.9 million recorded cases of depression. Men, let's talk about situations that overwhelm us. So when I read this, I was just like, damn. Okay. Like, I'm not taking away from every experience that we've had, but I cannot imagine what that man was going through. Because can you imagine just check into a restaurant and you just see a man crying? Like, just sit down crying.
I think guys would be like mad confused.
Yeah. Like, even if I sit down and I'm a Java and I'm boiling out, guys will be like, do you want a tissue? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But if you see a man's just seated crying. Shout out to John and the two strangers who sat with that man, though.
Yeah,
That's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, there are always those people out there that you can always lean on.
Right.
There are spaces that are being created right now for men to be able to, talk. And these spaces are not these podcasts.
Hiya, Nini, what is it? What has a podcast done to you?
No, have you ever seen this thing where
Yeah.
if you're not going to therapy, you're starting a podcast with your boys?
Okay. But see, maybe
You don't
that's
see that the
therapy.
guys-
No.
No, but it's just that one for what are we talking about today? Instead, like they literally deflect the situation, and it's like, yeah, for women, and then it's like,
Oh, so now it becomes bashment for women.
yeah, the topics that are discussed there, you're just like, oh my god. Or you know how
Yeah.
how do I call it? They're kind of enabling each other's
toxic.
toxic notions.
Toxicities. Yeah.
So there's no way like you have that. Sometimes there's always that voice of reason, but if you look at some podcasts, the voice of
reason is just
a woman.
Oh.
Even in most radio shows,
Right.
you can't sit down and have like more than one. I personally I can't listen to most podcasts where it's more than one man.
For real?
Only.
For real.
Because you're just looking at them and I'm like, are you guys the idea is a bad idea is bouncing off
And it's just it's going boom,
back
boom,
and
boom, boom. That just
when do you guys unpack and realize that maybe I thought this, but if we put this on the table.
right. But perhaps this is a good space to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But have you watched Men Talk?
That's what I was about to say. I think those ones, they can keep them up. No? Oh, you are just swallowing.
Oh, yeah, I thought you had something to tell us.
There's no tea.
Yeah.
No, I think those ones deserve to.
No.
keep the mic.
Honestly, no. Like Men Talk, I'm very surprised. There's some things I'm just like, okay.
I don't know about that,
but you guys are doing something. You guys are really doing something here, and I'm so here for Men Talk.
I think also inviting people who, like, you don't sit down and discuss a topic that you're not vastly knowledgeable about. You can always give your opinion, you can always pose a question, but then I think it should be bouncing back between someone who is not knowledgeable as well.
Of course it should be a space where we're learning. But
so
we're all learning.
You bring in maybe a professional or someone
right.
Then,
there's an expertise to it.
There's a panel discussion I saw. They were talking about women, and it was being moderated by a man.
No, even me, those ones I'm just like,
what's going on?
Okay.
Why?
Why? You could not find a woman to moderate this for you. There are so many women who can do this so well, without a doubt.
Like female issues.
Also, that's actually one thing that I keep on telling men. Please stay away from female reproductive manenos or just the female experience if there is no woman in the room. Because I don't. I think you guys have it wrong. I think, gosh, they have been with my body for this long and I don't know.
They don't have it wrong. They don't have it.
And that's on period. That's on period. Okay. Thank you guys for sharing what you guys felt about that experience. I made it my personal mission not to let this story just die down like that. And I think it just needs more conversation. I think in this world, the more conversations that we have, the more we eradicate the ignorance and arrogance that the society has. Because as Wendy brought up a very important issue, she said, yo, I don't understand how people stood there and just watched.
Absolutely.
Or even took the video.
That's what I was saying. Who was the person taking the video? Like, hello?
Like, yeah, thanks that it's gone on social media and it's viral and we've brought it into attention, but like, put the phone down and try help the woman, because like her screams are ebbed in my mind. But you see, I find that when such drastic things happen, then it is a reflection of our society. It's a reflection of where majority of us are, and I don't want this story to die down. And so any opportunity I find other women to discuss this, or even men, just people who are interested in just making this conversation better. But let's get into you guys before we get into the next topic, right? So, Madam Tangaza Magazine, I remember the last time you were here, you told us how it started. But we have new listeners and we have a new panel person here with us. So definitely refresh our memories.
Okay, so how it started. I was in the second year of my undergrad degree.
Right.
I was in uni abroad, feeling very, very, very homesick.
Right.
First of all. But then also this is around the time, it was like what, 2017, 2018, when the global what have you, we're now beginning to wake up to African music.
Yeah.
Super late because it's been here from jump, but that's a conversation for another day. But as usual, of course, it was centered around, you know, West African music. Makes sense because of the diaspora. And so, I don't know, I was just, as a fan of music coming from here, had wanted to create a space. It was a school project.
Right.
And one of the reasons was I wanted to educate my professors and the other kids in my class, because I was studying like a foundational entertainment industry course.
Right.
As to what was going on out here. But then also in some of our classes, we had the opportunity to speak to industry executives.
Right.
And I'd always raise my hand to ask about what they thought about African music. And me being the naive person that I was at the time, I thought everyone was woke to what was... I mean, if you work in the music industry, I thought everyone was woke.
You would know better.
Listen.
Yeah.
So it was just like really disappointing for me to have like all these people at these like big labels and platforms and what have you going completely blank.
Right.
And then if anything, it's like, yeah, we know Mr. Easy or we know Wizkid. And I'm like, that's all.
That's all. Those are two people from West Africa.
People, yeah.
Come on, a whole continent.
You know what
54 countries. Please, yeah.
Yeah. So that is what then influenced me to start Tangaza, and it was initially just me reaching out to artists that I'd been listening to that I thought were cool, and I just wanted to interview because I'm a music head and I enjoy learning about how projects and stuff come together.
Right.
So that was March of 2018, and then. Thankfully, just over the past couple of years, it's been growing steadily to what you see now.
Okay, that's really, really dope. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because starting a whole magazine is not easy. But before we come back to that, Wendy, entertainment. You know, this is not this is not an easy space to check into. And entertainment has kind of, I don't want to say it's clicks, but it's clicks.
Oh, yes, it is. Say it.
Yeah. And so be who you are, I want you to describe to us what is entertainment coming from fashion. How did you get into fashion? Why fashion? And then why now just put the whole label entertainment? You're writing. Why did you stop writing? Are you still writing? Give us all this gist. What go on? Tell us.
Okay. I guess if I digress, just be like, where?
Speak your truth.
I got into fashion because I was doing photography classes after high school.
Right.
So my mom was like, you're being lazy.
Right.
And she saw an ad.
After high school?
Yeah, after
high school. But see, after high school, we have to all be...
Yeah. Just do nothing.
Yeah.
So it was just bothering her. Because I wasn't those people who like, I'm out and about.
Right.
So we saw an ad for a photography school, and my mom was like, yes, you're going to go and do that.
Also, your mom is progressive.
Like you're going to go and do that.
Hey, ati uko nyumbani enda photography. See, ati
we were
the
just
ideals,
walking.
ICDL.
I refused. I was like, hell no. We were just walking in Nia Center, and she saw the ad. And she enrolled me, and she got a camera from my aunt, but she was shocked because it was just one day a week.
So she's
from
like just
2 to 4.
one. Oh, so it's not even the full day.
Oh, damn.
Oh damn. Yeah.
But we used to have like assignments that we'd submit every week. So
Right.
I started taking pictures, and we were going on not really class trips, because one of the professors was an industry professional, so he'd carry one person on his
Missions,
commercial assignments.
Right.
So I went for one, and it was a tourism award show at KICC.
Okay.
It's tourism, yeah.
Right.
So I took pictures, and I was like, now where are these pictures going to go? And once you're part of the press,
Right.
first of all, I'm just the only girl. So of course, the other press people are wondering, now who's this?
Yeah.
So I just told this guy, by the way, I'm a student, and this is what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going to take these pictures, and people are asking me what I should say. So he was just like, you know what? If they ask you, are you a blogger? Just say yes.
Yeah.
Do you work for the media?
Just say yes. Just
say
say yes. You never know where you land.
Yeah, so I took all these pictures, and then I was like, where am I going to take them? So I remember I used to read Kuto Africa magazine at my aunt's house. So I just sent them a message. Are you guys taking any interns? And I got the internship.
Hey, wow.
So, yeah.
Manifestation. I just wanted to see, are you guys having an intern? Then, wow, I got it.
Yeah. So after that, I transitioned from now photography, shooting events, and like assistant photography on the magazine, to now styling.
Oh, now styling with them.
Styling.
Hey.
Yeah, I was an assistant stylist.
Oh.
From there, I went into working for a styling company. And then the pandemic hit, and it's like,
yeah.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So that's when I started doing social media.
Yes.
I did like a few influencer gigs here and there. And I was like, yeah, maybe the social media thing
Can really work out.
can really work out.
Right.
But between all those like 3 spheres, I was just meeting,
Different
guys
people.
in the industry,
Yeah.
because of working on set for as a stylist for music videos,
Right.
TV music shows.
Right.
There's a part where even we were writing at Koto, because when you're there as an how internship.
Yeah, unapatiwa kila kitu, bro. You have to do everything.
Just like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
Gari meharibika. Who knows how to change a tire?
Go change the tire.
Yeah.
Go Google. Go YouTube. Change the tire. For sure.
So you find yourself I was finding myself in spaces like, Koroga, Cook Studio.
Right.
Now it's just like you just know you're just like in the industry, but like as an observer.
Right.
So then I started doing social media for a friend's restaurant, and they're like, okay, could you also help us, like, with the lineup for DJs and entertainment,
Yeah.
kind of concepts. And then it's like,
Why
and
not?
I was told yes. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but okay.
We'll figure it out as
Yeah.
we move.
And then from there it became boom.
Boom.
So we have this concert. Like,
Yeah.
oh, damn. Yeah. So it's just been like that. It's just been saying yes to things.
Saying yes.
Yeah.
There was a day I had June Gashoi over for an interview. For those who don't know June Gashoi, please just write that name anywhere, okay? But I love this woman because she does so much. She is an advocate. She's an entertainer. She has her own radio show with Martin Jam on Capitol. Like, she does so much. And the one thing she told me is, may just say yes. If I can't say no, like if I can't see the reason to say no, then I'll say yes. Like, I'll just be like, yes, yes, yes. And those yeses are the ones that have opened so many doors for her that she didn't understand. And she found herself, she's like, oh, here we are. This is what we have under our belt. So that's really
that
dope.
Say yes, then figure it out later.
Yeah.
Not the yes that it's something that's way, way, way out of the scope of what you do.
Right.
Like if you really, like if you have an idea, I mean, everything else can always be figured out.
There's Google. Google is our friend. Google is really our friend. So Monica, you continued with Tangaza magazine, and there are very many people who write for you, and you're continuing to grow the space. Yeah. How is it running an online magazine, first of all?
Lots of tears.
Premium tears.
Premium tears. I feel like everything, it looks, I mean, of course we've endeavored to make it look good, but I'm not gonna hold you and say it's been easy. It's been really difficult. There've been, there were several times when I was just like, do you know what?
Right.
I'm just gonna shut shit down,
Just
delete everything.
I'm
I'm
out.
tired. I'm
Yeah.
done. Like, what is this even doing? But I think, when you are walking in your purpose, not to get too existential, but there's always those moments that will remind you of why you need to keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe just someone like randomly DMs you, or someone randomly says something, or an artist is happy about a feature or something like that. It's like, oh shit, actually, yeah, this is worth it. And I think it's really difficult when you're a creative, especially in our country and this region, because we're afforded such few resources to be able to do what we do.
Right.
So many of us are working like 1,000,001 different jobs.
Yeah.
You have to make ends
Ends
meet,
meet,
and
yeah.
it may not necessarily be what you're doing, and you get so stressed and so frustrated. But I think ultimately what I've tried to hold on to throughout is like, there's a reason why this idea was in my head, the reason why it's manifested this way, and there's room for all of our like really sick ideas. There's always going to be someone out there who is touched by what you're doing or relates to what you're doing. It's important as creatives. We really have such a powerful role,
to play in this society,
in this world,
to
and in
change the
this
narrative,
society.
isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's that, but then also, thankfully, some really dope people have come along to help me with it. So one of them is my homie, Lanzi, who sort of helps with all the day-to-day stuff since now I started this job at Spotify and what have you. So that's also been a blessing, being able to find people who are aligned with the mission and all of that. And yeah, it's been really sick. It's been really sick. But that's the other thing. Like, I've had to learn discernment the hard way.
Right.
Because people can come into your space and really mess things up and
act like they have your back.
Act like they have your back, but they don't. And what that does to you mentally is crazy. So I've had to really, really, really learn how to protect my space and protect my energy. Which, it's long, but yeah.
How is it delegating? Like, this is your baby. You started it in second year. Now you're just like, I'm going to trust you with the day-to-day. How was that like?
Listen, man. And first of all, I'm an only child, so I've never...
Ooh, so you're just like, me, I don't know how to share. What is sharing? Who is a share?
Who is a share?
Which is a share?
Right. I'm also like I can be very type A because I'm very particular about things, and I'm also a perfectionist. So that's also a muscle that I've had to build, I can't say that I've been the greatest at it, especially at the beginning, but I had to learn that I'm not Superwoman.
Right.
I unfortunately can't split myself into 10.
Right.
So I have to learn, and also to give people the opportunity to have their ideas come to life. You know what I mean? Create that space for others. So I don't know. My team would have to comment on whether I'm doing a good job at that. But
if they're still part of your team, I guess that says a lot, isn't it?
That's very true.
Yeah. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. They're still there. They're still rocking with you. They're still devoted to the mission. And I think there's nothing more beautiful than seeing people who are devoted to the mission and the vision, where it's become more about what we're doing than me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Wendy, tell us, social media. This place is normally so hard, and so many people are trying to break through it. But you find people just tweeting, retweeting your things. Guys are just checking with you. I'm here. I've just started a new page. I'm trying to figure out what is social media. And how have you been able to just break through these barriers and still be you and still be sane?
For me, I think as far as social media is concerned, I'm not like where I want to be, because I'm also looking at like what you're saying, like the barriers.
Right.
Because you're putting yourself out there, and at the end of the day, you know how people tell you, don't let the negative things get to you. But at the end of the day, we are human beings.
For sure.
And if why would someone come out of their, I don't know.
Speak. It's the late night
Why
show.
would someone come out of their ass to say something like that to me? You don't even know me.
Right.
And sometimes it'll get to you. And when you look at things, people are different. You never know what someone is going through.
Right.
You never know why they came at you, but it's still there, and it's still there for other people to see. And you see people feed off that
energy. Yeah.
So even me, I'm also trying to navigate like how, because creating a social media aesthetic, especially like on Instagram, you have to be, poised. You have to be, you have to
That's to
follow
be
this color
format.
palette. You have to,
yes.
That. And then Twitter, you have to be either you have to be smart, you have to be funny, but you have to say the right thing. You don't have to.
Just so many rules. Who made up all these rules?
You see?
Yeah.
You're either or, and it's like today they like you, tomorrow they don't, they forget, or they remember, or they bring it back.
Yeah.
So it's just like maybe building a thick skin, or just having your foot on the ground. Even me, like I just saw this post today about how someone said that they have come out of the whole aesthetic. They're just going to post, what makes them feel good, what makes them,
right.
What makes them feel good, what they see is
right.
fun. Instead of, you'd like to post something, but it's not aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
But
like,
it made you feel good, and
true.
Yeah, and if your page is really about, I think maybe your page should reflect who you really are. That's when you can be able to back it up. Because when someone comes for you, everyone will be like, yeah, by the way, you were anakwanga hivi.
Oh, anakwanga hivi, by the way. This is how they are.
Why are you saying
no,
this?
but like, okay, so that becomes very difficult as an influencer, and every other influencer is doing some type of thing, and you've seen that that's been working. Because let's not lie, that's where the aesthetics came from. Because in the era of Joy Candy, This Is S, when they were first coming out as bloggers, then they came into Instagram, there was this thing that they were following with. So majority of influencers coming up then would go to these guys and be like, okay, so this is how your page should be.
Of course, there's always the blueprint, because now if you're trying to attract brands, that's what brands are
looking for. Yeah.
So there are some things you can't really come out of, but I think also just making it your own, you'll always attract the brands that are aligned with, and that's why then you don't have to lie.
Yeah, you don't have to lie. You're just like, hey, this lying is too much on social media. Speaking of brands, right? Are there brands where you're just like, me, I can't touch? Like, what is that brand like kind of courtship? Because me, I'm just like, so me, I'm on social media, I've posted my own things, I'm living my own life, but these people want to pay me to support, like to tell people to use these brands. So how is that for you? And do you pick and choose what kind of brands you can align to? Or you're just like, hey, it's besh, we move?
For me, I've not done any brand partnerships since 20. Like it's been a long time, so I don't think I can be able to speak on that. But I feel like if I was, it's just do what makes you happy.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying in the time when you used to do it, were there any like brands that you're like, okay, so I have to stay off this brand for one way or another? Like it doesn't do it with my brand, or you're just like besh ni besh?
First of all, as a micro influencer, you're saying no as who? Like literally, you're saying no.
You're saying no as who?
Because first of all, once a brand is picking you as a micro influencer, I think it's
first of all, what is a micro influencer? For us who don't know what that is.
Influencer are like, influencers who have followers of under like 5K.
Yeah.
You have like maybe like maybe even 700 to like 5K.
Right.
Like you're not at the 10K.
You don't have the K or the verified.
Okay. The 10K mark. Yeah.
Right.
Verified. Yeah. But those, I feel like micro influencers most of them have what do I call it? Why is it escaping me? Like their followership is very like it's community based.
Okay.
You can find that a lot of their people show up and show out for them because other people. It's either you have community, or you have followership.
Okay.
And those two are not
the same.
The same, because you can find followership are people who are just following you just so that they can see.
Or those two fake Instagram 10,000. I can get to 10,000 followers in 5 days. Or
like there's a friend of mine who's a media personality who told me that she was once in a mall and someone asked for a picture with her, and she was like, I'm your biggest fan. What, I follow you on Instagram, blah, 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 blah. She was just like, please, could you open your Instagram?
Yeah.
She opened her Instagram. She searched her name. She wasn't even following her. So you see how these
Yeah.
people just lie.
They just lie on your name.
Just lie. So she
Yeah.
was like, yeah. You see, and also that followership. There's some people who are just following you to hate.
Yeah.
To see what you're... Now what has she posted now?
Yeah.
Who is she with? You know, but the people who create community have people who would like ride or die for, not really ride or die for them, but they believe in you.
Right.
They believe in you and they support you. Like I really commend what G Money did last Sunday.
Right.
The walk with G. Like you see, that's community.
Right.
People who can wake up on a Sunday.
Yeah.
To come
Hey,
out
and hey.
and
Yeah.
walk in the sun.
Yeah.
Girl,
This
in
night.
the
Ooh.
sun.
Yeah.
That's community. And
That's
that's when I
community.
realized even when things are falling apart, you'll have the community to fall
With yeah.
Because sometimes followership is just people, when things go bad, they'll detach themselves.
Right.
And
Completely. They'll just be like, who's that?
I've seen that a lot. Like I'm going through that in entertainment right now. Like just one small, not really a scandal,
Right.
or something bad can happen.
A
to
flaw of being a human being.
something can happen to you or your organization, and guys are like, they're just gonna distance themselves. And these are people who you thought were rocking with you.
Yeah, and have your back.
That's why I've literally learned this month
Yeah.
that it's so important to build community.
Yeah. It's important for
Yeah.
people to see the real you.
Yeah.
Because when all is said and done, it's just going to be very difficult. But now for entertainments, so cool. People have been asking you, there's this concert, there's this gig. I want you to cover it. I want you to show up. I want you, all of these things. Do you pick and choose which gigs you're going for? Or do you just go for all if it's based on community? Or if it's sherehe and you're buying for me botis with my people? Like, why will I say no?
No, but for me, in the scope of entertainment, is that I also plan my own gigs.
Okay.
So it's like I have to maybe discern who I'm putting on the lineup, why I'm putting this person, and all of that. If it's like a show that we are doing, all of that. Because sometimes if it's community, there are some people that I truly believe deserve the platform.
Right.
So I'd be able to put them on that lineup and I know they won't let me down.
Yeah.
There's some people who maybe I don't know personally and I still believe that they can do something. So, you can be like, I can put you on this lineup or I can put you on this and this certain day.
Yeah.
And you can be able to, deliver.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really, really dope. Coming back to you, Monica, I just want to know, so moving from Tangaza magazine and having to delegate, you have this job with Spotify.
Yes.
And it's not just for Kenya. It's for East Africa.
Yeah.
That's 5 countries.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
6. 5. I'm forgetting someone. 6.
Yeah. The other day, my friend were like, can we count Malawi? Anyway, we digress.
No, but yes, so you have East Africa that you're taking care of. Walk us through first how you got to partner with Spotify and how that came about, why it came about, how you're enjoying it, what it means to be a representative and the head of it. Like, what's your day-to-day like? What? Just give us insight of you. Thank you. That's what I was. A day in the life
day in
of
the life.
Monica and
my
Spotify
God.
together.
Okay, to start off with, how I got here was, this is why I continue to say it's just really important to, when you believe in something and you
Push.
want to do something,
Right.
just like do it. Because how I got here was I was found through the work I was doing with Tangaza. I
Right.
didn't know Spotify were coming into Africa.
Right.
I had no idea.
And people had complained. They're like, we want Spotify.
Yeah, this was
And
like,
everyone who's abroad was just like, have you heard of Spotify?
you know,
have you
we're
heard of
out here
Spotify?
struggling with VPNs, me being one of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was pandemic times, and how it's just like, fuck, okay, I have a job that's like, paying like that and what have you. And then this came along. So lesson number 1, like, just follow your dreams, guys. It may not manifest the way you think it should initially, but there's a reason. There's a
Right.
reason. It aligns. Like that for me was one of the biggest signs, because I didn't know that this thing that I was building was having such visibility.
Right.
So that's how I got here. A day in the life. Goodness. Okay, so I, as an artist and label partnerships manager, my role is like artist relations. So, talking to artists and their teams just around their releases and what have you. Any questions? There's some really
In
cool
all of East Africa.
Yes, but I mean our priority, or rather the markets that we're focusing on right now, just for the sake of bandwidth and because the team is really small, is Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Okay.
So, but yes, all of
but those are still big countries, yeah?
I know they are. So
With big artists,
all
yeah?
of those, all of those,
Hey.
all of those.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's gosh, I don't have a standard day to day. It changes because it could be talking about upcoming releases. It could be like a part of Spotify we do masterclasses, which
Right.
is sort of like educating artists and their teams around how best to leverage the tools and resources that Spotify has to offer to build their careers. So it could be I'm doing a workshop on that. It could be that I'm working with the rest of my team on brainstorming like programs and initiatives that we can build out here to have impact. So yeah, it's varied. Every day I wake up, I'm like, oh, okay,
This is an interesting day.
this is an interesting day.
This is on my docket. Let's see. Woo! Do you ever get tired?
Oh yes.
Not like tired, like the normal tired. I mean, like there are days I just can't listen to music over the weekend sometimes.
No,
I'm just like, I'm done.
I
can't.
fully relate, and I feel
Yeah.
like if everyone who works in music should relate to this feeling, it
Yeah?
does get to a point where it's like,
Too much.
actually, I just need silence.
I
cannot
can't
listen.
silence.
I can't-
Like, don't even talk to me,
It's like,
please.
I go to some place and I'm just like, reduce
The volume.
And they're like, okay, for someone who works in the clubs and does concerts.
Yeah.
No, sometimes it's too
Right,
It's
it
too
gets
much.
it gets really overwhelming sometimes. So yeah, I do have those days where I'm just like, what? Let me just binge watch something on Netflix. And I mean, our industry is a very high pressure one. You know, things change all the time. There's so many things that you have to adapt to. Wendy alluded to this earlier, but there's a lot of like not so very nice people as well, which
Right.
can really take a toll on your mental health. I think it's a very transactional industry, unfortunately. There are those pockets of community, but at the end of the day, it's like, what can you do for me?
To make me get this. And like,
Yeah.
conditional
It's
support.
conditional support,
Oh
right? It's like, what can you do for me? You know, and then if you don't deliver, then it's like, oh, they don't care
respect you.
about
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So it can get a bit taxing, but I think that's why it's really important to have self-care days and
Self-care
check
days.
in with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how am I doing? What's going on? How can I create space for me to take a break? But because this is also an industry that there's not a lot of room for breaks.
Yeah, it doesn't
Because
sleep.
It doesn't sleep.
It does, and all of a sudden, Kenyans, or rather, this continent is creating so
So
much, and you have to always be on top of the game.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm just like, okay, I know I said that before. So before I came to Radio 254, I was very ignorant about like the Kenyan space completely. I used to be one of those people for, if it's not Issa days, then it's not great music. And then I came here and shock on me. I was just like, hey, eat back your words, because wow, this space is booming and it's every single day. So there's sometimes I'm just like, okay, Kenyans, I love you guys, but stop it. The submissions that we get sometimes, I'm just like, stop it.
Because they can't stop, because
I know.
internationally it's like twice
As
Right, I
much,
know,
yeah.
but that's what
because they
I'm
have
coming to.
the reasons.
Resources, exactly.
Right.
But that's what I'm coming to, that there's hardly ever a break for you to be like, okay, let me breathe. And that's what I want to actually, you gave me the segue, so I'm here for it. Mental health in the entertainment space. For you guys, because I know that days I'm just like, especially if let's say I have this show, like a day like today,
Yeah.
I have 2 shows,
Yeah.
and then today I had to go for Soul Kids launch and
Yeah,
stuff, and I had to
yeah.
cover that, and then now I'm tired, but I know I'm gonna go out, yeah, because I feel like I need to release this thing, but I know I need to be up here tomorrow to do
Yeah.
Bright Shine and Smile, and I have operations to do, and then move, and then that's just Thursday, then there's Friday.
Right.
So when Friday checks in, of course, you're just like, oh, what event is happening? What do you need to go
Right.
cover? Who has just released something else? Is there a listening party? Etc. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Then you move again.
Yeah.
So for me, I find that I've not been able to find that proper sweet spot of, okay, Nyaks, switch off your phone. Everything else can wait. Just be with yourself. So what do you do? What are your pockets of peace?
Yikes. I'll be honest. I think I'm in the same space
Right.
as you. Of I still haven't really figured out how to shut down. And there was a time I was severely burnt out coming into the end of last year.
Right?
And
Was it something going wrong?
I
Because
think
when
it
hey,
was
the
burn-
burn.
Listen, the burnout. And
I even said I'm not doing a show for 3 weeks.
right? So it's like super burnt out, but then you can only take so many days off.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest, I can't say that I've recovered from the burnout, but what I have started trying to do is just being really strict with when I should switch off for the weekends.
Okay.
So when it gets to Friday, 5 p.m., I am off till like Sunday, 5 p.m., right?
Wow.
So that period, I've told myself, this is me time. I'm
Yeah.
not looking at my work laptop. I'm not looking at anything.
Right.
If anything needs to be pre-scheduled, let's do that. But this is like the time for me to just, read. I used to love reading, and I felt like it's like
I'm trying
I
to do
struggle
50
to
books.
focus and what have you. And it's like I've been doing that for maybe like a month, and it's been working. But I don't know. I'm trying to get into meditation. What I've found with being so overstimulated and working this crazy industry is it's so hard to slow down and to focus. Like I'm not good at now. I've discovered when it's like quiet time.
Yeah.
Because my brain is like, oh, what? No, there has to be something that's going on.
Am I missing
right now.
something?
You're missing something.
Yeah.
You need to be on your phone. You need to be checking what's going on. Like you're behind. You're missing something. You're missing something.
You're wasting time.
Yeah, you're wasting time, and that's the big one too. So it's like I've been trying to find ways to help focus and to, just tell myself that this mentality that we have of, we're wasting time
Right.
is a construct, because you have to be still. You have to check in with yourself. You have to know what's going on, even for you to be able to align with who you are, your purpose, and all of that. Because if you just keep going, like as you said, it's going to be Monday, literally tomorrow. And then it's like, oh snap, where have the last 3 days gone?
Mad.
What have I actually done?
That was me last week, yeah? So last week, Wednesday, was my birthday. I woke up on Monday like, it's the next day. I mean, the next week. What has
And
just
you're like,
happened?
How am I here?
What has just happened?
Speaking of even my
Yeah.
birthday was, I think, I don't even know when it was, but it was like last week. Sunday.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
And now we're here.
Yeah, and it's like the people who have been texting me, it's like, your birthday has been forever.
Yeah.
No, it's like, when
was
you're
just
trying
last
to
week.
celebrate, but
Yeah.
where?
It's crazy.
Imagine, and here we are. What about you? What do you do for your self-care days? Do you have self-care days? What do they look like? Are you still figuring it
The
out?
same way, I'm also figuring it out, because when you're working in, especially entertainment, and it even goes like into nightlife.
Yeah,
So
mad.
you're literally on call
Right.
almost 24/7.
Yeah.
So during the day, you wake up, like even my WhatsApp notifications are off if my boss is listening to this. Yeah, they're off, because imagine something, you're in 3,000 WhatsApp groups discussing three
First of all,
different issues.
WhatsApp groups. I'm done. I'm just done.
Discussing so many issues. Then there are also people who need your help for this and that. And then also you still, like, it reached a point I literally just even lost. I don't know how to communicate anymore, because communication started to feel like a task.
It started feeling
And
so
it's
heavy.
So heavy. Even if someone calls me,
I'm
just
please
like,
don't.
I can't. I can't do this.
Can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
super ubaya. And I don't know how to go back and tell everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, checky, this is what's happening. Because I even just started to discover recently.
Right.
Because now I'm just, with my time, if I've not woken up, I'm not picking up the call. Unless it's an emergency.
Right.
Like, there are times.
So you have to call me like twice.
You don't call me at 9:30 or CG at 10:30 p.m. And it's just also setting those boundaries.
Right.
Just because we work in a creative space doesn't mean that we shouldn't be mindful of other people's time, mindful of other people's, peace. It's not like I can just bombard you with things just because.
Yeah.
That's how we get to lose people. That's how we lose our minds. And even that's how we are not treated as even equal to like our male counterparts.
Right.
There's one thing that really got to me the other day, that someone was speaking to a colleague of mine, and the colleague brought, they're like, how comes you're not dealing with this and this and that and that? And I'm like, I've tried to deal with this person, but it seems like it's not working.
Yeah.
And I still went back.
Yeah.
It's that when you go back and ask, is there a problem?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I'd just rather talk to this guy because you're too emotional. So I'm just like, okay, because if you say something that I feel is wrong, I will confront you about it.
That's why I'm too emotional.
Why are women in the workplace always called too emotional when they are confronting issues? Especially most of the time, it's disrespect.
Yeah.
Or you failed to do what you're supposed to do, or you're overstepping a boundary.
Yeah.
And when I speak on that, I'm now emotional.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time. No, honestly, and it's the most outrageous thing. But before I even tap into that, I want to say this thing for communication, honestly, for everybody out there, please just understand. Because even me, WhatsApps, I've just told guys, imagine if you want to reach me very fast, either reach me on Snapchat or normal text. If you WhatsApp me, it's going to take me forever. I take 5 to 15 business days to respond WhatsApps.
You know what? I feel so seen right now.
Yeah. No. Because
how these things come.
They just
and WhatsApp is finding new ways to be a snitch.
Yeah.
So every time you can be dealing with one chat and trying to, come out of the chat, like on the top here, and it's already slid another chat. So you're already in that other chat.
And I'm just like, I can't, especially with groups. Nowadays, I'm just like, okay, please, if honestly, because already phone calls, I'm just like, I'm that type of babe. I'll watch the phone ring. If it's not important, if you're not in my family or it's not Jobo, I'm not going to pick up. Honestly. Because I'm just like, I don't know what information you're about to tell me. I don't know if I'm ready for that information. And if you can text it, that's the better option. But then you enter WhatsApp. You see some WhatsApps, you're just like, this is unnecessary. You're just like, I archive all my messages. People don't get this. I archive all my I will reply to your message. Archive. Reply. Archive. Because I'm just like, out of sight, out of my, I don't want this pressure.
I remember there's a place I was working and it was like, that's when I discovered that you can actually mute notifications.
Yeah, you can.
It's like every time, like when it's good things would be said on call, on email.
Yeah.
But bad things were always on WhatsApp. So I think I was conditioned. I remember me and my colleague used to call it, we have WhatsApp anxiety.
Yeah.
It's like when someone, you just see,
WhatsApp is just
it's
like,
changed from 2 to 3. It's like something bad has happened.
Yeah.
So it's like I literally just try to block all of it out. Because I cursed the day that WhatsApp became an official form of communication.
I know. When
me
did
too.
this
I was just like,
happen?
You can't put an out of office.
yeah, bro. You can't put an out of office.
can't
And I
have an
completely
out of
agree with you, man.
office.
Even me, I have WhatsApp anxiety. Like just this week, someone hit me up because I do put WhatsApp stories, and this is what messes with people's spirits.
Actually,
I put WhatsApp stories, and then and no, seriously, I put WhatsApp stories, so someone thinks that as in you can chat, right? So someone just replied to my WhatsApp story. Then they've heard me speak about WhatsApp anxiety, and I'm just like, this is not it. Then they just slid into text, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember you don't like WhatsApp. So let me just tell you what I want to tell you on text. But you alluded to something that I want to bring up. Women in the office being called emotional, especially in this entertainment industry, right? Being a woman, how has that been for you? Working in the positions that you're working with, being able to interact with so many people, especially at night. Now, I add at night because in the entertainment, it's great that, we do the operations and the admins during the day. But if someone is doing an album launch, if they're doing an exclusive listening party, chances are even them, they work a 9 to 5 or a 9 to something. Like they're still working during the day. So how is it, or how has it been like for you in this entertainment industry?
Thankfully, working at Spotify, I haven't, at least internally from like the people I work with and what have you, haven't had to fight misogyny. My team is actually majority women.
Ooh. What? Shout out.
Hey,
shout out to you.
My managers are women.
Hey.
So it's actually been just really nice to be around that energy. And then the guys who are on our team are just, they're the bros. They're really, really cool dudes. So I'm very grateful to be in that environment because I know it's a rarity.
Yeah.
For this industry. But I mean, in other spaces, just you know, it's disrespect, but it's like, you know, the subliminal
Yeah, the
disrespect
subs.
where it's like sometimes it even hits you after the fact, and like, wait, hold
What
a
you-
minute.
what you
This
say?
is actually, and
Yeah.
it comes, you know, the patronizing, the infantilization, the mansplaining, the what is this term I learned the other day?
Especially
Weaponized incompetence,
Right.
as well.
The
You know?
condescending
the
messages.
condescending messages,
Like, hey, how have you even found yourself here?
exactly. Like, do you know the amount of times Tangaza
Speaking
stuff people are like,
over.
Yeah.
they're speaking over. You know, it's like, it's so unbelievable that
Right.
you are a boss.
Yeah.
You know?
It's out of this world.
It's out of this
Wh-
world.
It's
what
a
did you do to
phenomenon.
get that job?
Yeah.
It's like, what? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I think it's even worse because, you know, we deal with sexism, but also ageism because
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
young.
your
Yeah.
ages
It's now
as
that
well. Yeah.
double,
Yeah.
you know, double-edged sword or
Right.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've definitely had some not so great
Right.
experiences in just being disrespected and
Right.
undermined. Yeah.
And undervalued.
Yeah.
Especially, so I like what you've actually brought out with respect to ageism. Because we're all under 30 in this room. But we're all doing big things in our spaces. And we're all being noticed. Wherever we go, we are there. But how do you deal with that? How do you say, okay, yeah, I know. I don't have to prove to you that I needed to be 50 years old for me to have this potential, for me to be able to understand what I'm doing and doing it well.
For me, I just have like I dissociate a lot and I detach a lot. That's how I had to deal with it because I was going through a phase where I felt like I had to keep proving myself.
Right.
You know, keep your listing, your CV and whatever every time someone questions you. But it's like I'm entering into a space where it's like, you know what? I know what I'm about. I
Right.
know what my value is.
Right. You know how you got here.
I know how I got here. I
Right.
don't need this random person's validation because at the end of the day, the people who actually matter, like my teammates and what have you, they get it.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm just like, if anyone comes at me with that type of energy, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Cheers.
From what I picked up recently, I think the whole ageism thing, it's just projection.
Okay.
They just can't understand that you're in this space
Yeah.
doing what you're doing at this age.
Right.
And like, you know, you guys are like counterparts. You're
Yeah.
working together, you're colleagues.
Yeah.
And they can't, I'm like, why are you beefing with me?
Yeah.
I've achieved more
Yeah.
at my age.
Right.
And it's like, let's just work together.
Yeah.
The goal
Let me learn
is-
from you, you
the
learn
goal-
from me.
The goal
Yeah.
is greater than your feeling.
The goal is greater
The
than
goal
your
is-
feeling.
Yeah, the goal is always. I heard this from Vanessa Day once. The goal is greater than your feelings.
Right.
And I just started to think about it the other day because I was like, I just felt like, yeah, I'm turning 25. And, you know, there are things that I wanted to do. But some of my friends are literally like, yeah, you're 25 and at this age you've achieved more than I did.
Yeah.
And also sometimes it also pays like having older friends.
Yes, it does. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Mentorship and all that good stuff.
They come in handy when they're like, you know, they're like, me at my age, you know, I hadn't achieved this, but don't beat yourself up.
Right. Because they give you
Because someone
perspective.
is trying to, you know,
Absolutely.
undermine. They're just projecting. They can't feel how you're at this age achieving so much, or you're at this age questioning them, and you're questioning them rightfully. Like,
Yeah.
it's not disrespectful.
Disrespect.
Like, we're just
Right.
trying to get to the bottom of this situation.
Yeah.
But now, because they have nothing to say or they have nothing to prove, it's just like, you know, let's throw the age card.
Yeah.
Let's throw the female card. Let's throw
yeah.
any cards.
There's
they
just
can
like-
get. You know, it's like a bomb.
Just boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
To just put obstacles on your way. And I just wonder why it's like that. Like, why can't you just celebrate? Like, whoever as a human being is doing whatever they're doing in their capacity and they're doing it well, why do we have to look at things that really are out of our control? I didn't choose to be 17 and have this opportunity. You know, I didn't choose. I worked hard for it.
Worked.
And I'm here, but I didn't choose to be 70. You get what I mean? Like, I didn't choose that particular age for me to experience this. You didn't choose Spotify. Spotify chose you. But it's because of something you started in second year. So if you hadn't started what you had started in second year and worked, you wouldn't be here. So why come at me for things that are literally out of my control?
Because it's also, we also understand. I understand that times have changed.
Right.
Like, the opportunities and that are were available to me when I was 17 were probably not available to someone else older than me. At
Of
that
course. Oh, no,
age.
definitely.
So if I can understand that
Right.
at your big age, why
So just
can't you?
understand.
Why can't you? No, but at the same time, the opportunities of jobs that they had to be able to make money to sustain their life is not the same as us. Us
true.
guys have to work 3 different jobs or 3 different hustles to just maintain a 1 bedroom.
Imagine.
Okay. Then they could be able to work hard. Sour cool, they were a select few, but they could monopolize what they were doing and stay there forever and make good money with one thing. Like now tell me who in Nairobi is surviving on 1 salo at the moment. With fuel at 134 shillings.
Hey.
Yeah, no, but like he doesn't count. He who shall not be named cannot count. He's not the majority. You know what I mean? So it's just like we can't just keep on picking and choosing. There are opportunities that have been served to us guys in our capacities as this generation, the millennials, Gen Z. We have opportunities that are crazy, and the access that we have, social media, Google, all this good stuff. But at the same time, guys, like there are people who've been sitting in a jobo. Like I know one of my mom's friends, she just retired from being a banker like 2 years ago. She got that job at 18.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. She
Even
retired
couldn't even get
at 48.
job at
Yeah, exactly.
Java. I remember I went to Java, I went to Planet Rocket, I went to
And they said, Cecilio, you can, bro,
at
like
17.
mad. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job in this country?
It
The
is.
unemployment rate is
It's ridiculous,
preposterous.
man. It's-
Preposterous. And you have all the qualifications. How many of us have had to start our own businesses on the side, our own hustling or social media or writing academic papers so that you can get a few coins here and there to make. So yeah, at your big age. Ebu, stop hating. I have to do a lot.
Right.
I have done so much to be here. You can't hate on me. So right now I want us to take a short music break because we've really been talking. I can't even believe it's going to 8:40. Nyaks. But yes, so as we go on a short music break, Wendy, tell us 3 Kenyan songs that we must listen to right now. Bye, babes. Yes. Bye, babes.
I was ready for this. Of course, I have to shout out my girls.
Which Zenya Manasseh song, because that's my baby girl as well.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Yes, Manasseh, don't go. I love Njoki Karu.
Ooh. Oh.
And then I like Silverstone Buzz.
Oh, the one you played today?
No,
which one?
there's another one called Friends with Them.
Okay.
That's an industry song. Like, I ain't really friends with them.
Yeah, friends with them. What about you, Monica? 3 Kenyan songs by babes.
There's this artist called Zoe Kengosha. I hope I'm not butchering her name.
Zoe who?
Zoe Kengosha.
Okay.
Kengosha.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's that? The song?
she's got this song called Space, I
Space.
believe.
I've not had this song. Shame on me.
She's very, like, I think she only has on platform 2 songs. So she's very, very new. So yeah, I've really been into that song. I really like Place and Time by Maya Molo.
Ooh, yeah.
And then there's this artist called Barbara Wangoi.
Yes.
Yes, I love Barbara's voice. Listen, guys.
Let me tell you, Kanyoni.
my
Yes, that's what I was
Let me tell you, before we close this one, I have a story about Barbara.
Okay.
There's once I was doing this thing about play women's music.
Yeah.
Stream women's music today.
Yeah.
And she was sending me other people's music. And I was like, I went on her profile.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't you telling me
to
about
play
you.
Hey, she's a real one. She's a real one.
Barbara, calls up that jam. Canyoni.
Listen,
I love
takes me
Canyoni.
places.
Oh,
Yes.
woo, I love that song. For me, I am currently obsessed, and I mean obsessed with Here With Me, Karun.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
song too.
Let me tell you,
That
I
one
don't
will
know.
always be timing.
Let me tell you, yeah, like this song is in my chest. Okay, it's in my chest for sure. I wanted to play Tangasana, but Tangasana has Ska, and today is Women's Equal Wednesdays, so we're not doing that. Yeah, oh, Tangasana. Me, okay, sorry. Then Shokamushie by Stacey, and Dala by Nina Ogot. So those are my 3 picks. So coming up, we'll start with Don't Go by, I was about to say Niambie. Zenia. By Zenia. Oh, sorry, Zenia. Man, no, this is Zenia. But yes, Zenia. Manasseh. Let's
We let
go,
Shorty out the box.
guys.
They telling me to stop. Every time we step up on the scene, we make it pop. Yeah, miss you, Ezzy. Miss you, Ezzy, stop. Yeah, miss you, Ezzy. Miss you, Ezzy, stop. Shorty Yako box. They telling me to stop. Every time we step up on the scene, we make it pop. Yeah, miss you, Ezzy. Miss you, Ezzy, stop. Yeah, miss you, Ezzy. Miss you, Ezzy, stop. Yeah, no key to na flex. On a villain address. Aki, I'm the best. Yeah, Aki, I'm the best. She say she a queen, so I.
Hello to the world. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? It is now 9:45. Nyaks. Leo ausomi poa. When it's 20, I read 40. When it's 40, I read to 8.
It's okay. It's been a long
Live
day. It's been a long
bloopers.
day.
And I was talking normally off air. Anyway, it is now. Hey, it's now 9:25 in the PM right here in Nairobi on the 23rd of March, 2022. And I've been having such amazing ladies right here in studio. And we've just been chit-chatting our way through WTW. And we're super duper excited. So we're from playing, okay? For those who are just joining us, Don't Go by Zinia Manasseh, Holds by Njoki Karu, Friends with Friends W them. With Silverstone Bars. Then we played Space by Zoe. Me, I can't even say that second name. At least here you attempted. Make us say it. I'll just embarrass myself. Then Place and Time by Maya Omolo. And then Kanyoni by Barbara. Then we played Shokamushie by Stacey. Dala by Nina Ogot. Then we also played Here With You. Here With Me by Karun. Mood by Emma Cheruto. And you're from listening to Chafua by Njeri, which I really love because tunaenda kuchafua, sindio? But yeah, that's what we've been listening to. So if you want to go back and check those tunes out, remember today is Women Takeover Wednesday. So every person that we have played from 7 p.m. till now has been a woman, because there's so many amazing women artists and creatives right here on this 254 our land. Coming back into our conversations and on that, all that good stuff, I want us to go into a sort of fun segment that I like doing. Fun. Yeah. I don't know if you'll find it fun though. You know me. My definition of fun and yours can be different. You know. You can just be like, huh? What's this? So I like doing this to just find out how much Kenyan music you like.
Oh.
But it's based on
is that fun? That's
yeah,
an
but
exam.
you know,
it's an exam, but it's fun for me.
Listen,
it's fun for me.
I'm not good at on the spot things.
But now you're going to be great at it. You know, this whole time, let me tell you, this whole time I thought, should I give you guys a heads up during the off air? Should I just give you guys a card?
You were setting us up.
Mad. So I want to know which is your favorite. No, the Kenyan song you find funny. You find funny. Like ha funny. Hey guys, kuna nyingi. You know, we have our own like language. Sipangwingwi.
Yeah, that one is jokes.
This one by Major.
Which one? Landlord.
I love that song.
Yeah, Landlord.
Landlord is funny.
Landlord, and then there's this other one. Tabia za Wakenya.
Tabia za Kenya. You find that jam funny?
To that thing, and you're like, okay, and yeah. It's true. Like,
yeah, ni tabia zetu, by the way. It's really
this
true.
Is so true.
Yeah.
For him to like put it.
in a song.
in a song like that. I was just like, wow.
But Major has also stayed on brand. That's also a guy who stayed from back in the day. He's always been a funny guy from back in the day. What about you? What about you, babes?
I would go with, it's a throwback, but we said it.
Yeah, please.
Landlord, that one.
Oh, Landlord, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The storytelling is hilarious.
Fura!
I don't like that song. But
Fura!
when it's in the club,
Yeah.
I'm just there like, oh my god, what is this ridiculous?
Yeah. Okay. Mine has to be taka 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 mapepo zinakufuata. No. That guy was hot. He was hot. He was.
Wait, I've remembered another one.
Yeah.
This Kenwa Maria song.
Which one?
Fundamentals.
Ooh, these are the fundamentals.
Yes.
And with the migus, with the knees. That's a tune.
Classic.
That's a classic tune. Okay, the second one. Nostalgic Kenyan song. Wherever you hear it, you're about to just scream like you're in the shower and you're about to enjoy yourself.
Tuendelee ama tusiendelee?
Yes! Tuendelee ama tusiendelee.
At Shin City, I will outrap Jashinsky.
Oh, and are you putting money on it? Shit, why am I not? This should have been recorded. No, but she's recording. Perfect. We are going to add
Nyashinsky.
Wendy Wangoi has said,
It's a
at
throw
Shin
down.
City, it's a throw
Don't
down.
play.
I'ma finish you on your own tune, on your own track. What about you, Monica? Nostalgic.
I have two that
Okay, go
immediately
ahead.
came to mind.
Yeah.
So Lazizi, Sauti So.
Ooh, that's the first time we had Java.
So
Java.
yeah, I love that song.
Back when
And then-
Java was fine dining.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that one and Githurai.
Now I said tumetoka Githurai. Hey, you're a lover for the old school.
Listen.
Listen.
But
I mean,
those tunes were.
if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't.
We need a whole concert experience.
Where were you in
Right.
20... Oh, were you around?
Where was it? We were 20.
When Ngoma Festival was?
Hey, 2018, 17,
Where was I?
2017, like,
17 or 18?
I was
yeah,
in
I
school.
think 20...
17 or early 2018?
Yeah. I remember
in
it was
school.
around this time, March.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
also not a cool kid
March 10.
back in the day. Wow.
Now you're just getting into your coolness. You're now getting into your
And you're
coolness.
superseding that.
She's showing us how to be cool now. She's showing us. For me, it has to be Boomba Train.
Yes.
And you
What?
guys just hear tumekuja kupati DJ weka traki tukule happy alafu tufungue saka kababu inabamba inashika wingu la tisa unafikisha
Even Manzi wa Nairobi.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, also,
Wait.
tell us.
I forgot the last one. This song, is it by Tattoo?
Oh, I know that song. I know the song you're talking about. Tattoo was my guy. Let's just Tattoo songs.
No, because I know there was Teso, but Teso was not by
Teso yaro, imeni.
But
Guys, did you know
Teso
there was a
not
tattoo
by-
that's white?
Oh.
Like a Russian music duo. Hey. Okay, anyway, Tripata. Yeah, so mine is Boomba Train. Now, favorite breakout song of 2021.
What even happened in 2020?
Hey, come on. So much has
2021
happened.
was
So
No, I
much
think
has happened.
the problem.
Because 2021 was, first of all, 2020 we were like in lockdowns.
Yeah.
2021 is like we were trying to get our life.
Momentum, yeah. Kabisa.
Everything was just da.
Poop, poop, poop.
Let me see.
What came out last year? For me, okay. Can I say an artist if not a song?
Yes, you can.
I think that was when Brooklyn Boys were proper popping off.
Yeah, for you.
For me.
Okay. I didn't know. You don't even look like a Brooklyn Boys type of baby.
So you may listen to everything.
No, but hey, yeah, I'm sorry for judging you, but hey.
No, but even as a consumer, I listen to I have days where it's like you just have to listen.
I know, you know what I mean?
you know?
So everybody who's a hater for Gengeton, please just left group.
No, actually,
Yeah.
Gengeton haters need to.
They just need to leave.
evacuate
They
the
need to leave the
building.
building
Yeah.
for real.
Still there.
Imagine.
Yeah, imagine Hera's still hitting, and I'm like, Unadu, what are you doing? What are you saying? What are you saying really? Okay, what about you? Breakout artists, clearly, because songs are too many. Yeah.
Nikita Kering.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, I mean,
I don't even
I
know
know.
what to do. I was just thinking about it and I
Yeah.
was like, wow,
yeah,
wow,
wow,
wow.
wow.
Hey,
She done doing that thing.
for real.
Yeah.
She really did. She really did. For me, it has to be Trio, man.
Oh yeah.
Trio.
Oh, that
Trio.
that's something 2021.
Has just like Trio has just finished me. This kid has just malizaed me. There's no song he's on that I'm
from
not
the beginning-
loving. Yeah.
From his beginning to where he is right now, like it's just been like, bars on bars on
Yeah.
bars on
Yeah.
bars on bars ungefikiria ni Electric Avenue. That was such a bad
Wow. L for lame.
I'm a
L for lame.
I
Atu-
my head out.
you might just yeah. Okay. I like that. But yeah, Trio is actually doing the thing. Like, as in, I listened to his jams. I'm like, cool. And then now for the first time, I went for Uncut Hip Hop Awards. And I saw him and was like, yeah, you actually deserve this. And he was breakout artist of the year. So they have cheated a bit. But like,
I
yeah.
saw when he was at a political rally.
Yeah, for Baba.
Pangwengwe.
It's a
And I
pangwengwe.
was just there like, this guy is a star. Imagine he's a
Yeah.
rock star. And then
Yeah.
after that, he's going back to class.
To school.
Yeah.
To
But now he's
Imagine
not.
double physics. That time,
Double math in the afternoon. I've talked to your PE teacher. They've given me your PE lesson. So we're staying for triple
Imagine.
maths now.
I
Did
think
that ever happen to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Triomio was in my class as a teacher, he's the one who says,
Yeye ndio anasema, yeye ndio kusema.
Sawa.
Let's go. It's cuckoo. I get it. Okay. Love song.
There's quite a few.
Sauti Sol Kiss Me.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Okay.
The one that's Sauti Sol and Della.
Mama, Papa.
Nazizi also.
Kesho Kutwa.
Yes.
Yes. Kesho Kutwa is a beautiful song.
The first
Kesho
time I
Kutwa.
had it, I had to hear it over.
And over again.
And honestly, sometimes even when I play it now, I have to play it a second time just to be sure I've played it first. You know, like Kesho Ethan Muziki. Shout out to you.
It's like, are you listening to the material? You know, I have to
Yeah.
tell myself
Yeah.
that song, the vocals, the arrangement.
Yeah, everything
10
is
out
just
of 10
right.
song.
Everything
10
is
out of
just right, for sure. I would say Here With Me currently because that's what I'm obsessed with. But
That's a
There
good
with
one.
you.
no one, please.
Inauma bad.
Itabidi tuzoe, tujishike tu, tujipende. This is the year for self-love.
Amen.
Umelala peke yako kama panga.
Ah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, honestly, I think this show just needs to end. Like, tumalizie tu hapa. If you're told a song that you have to play to a person who's never listened to Kenya, Kenyan music at all, they don't even know Kenya exists, so must showcase Kenya. Which one song? This one you can't give me 3 songs. It has to be one song. This what they hear from there is where they'll either love it or hate it.
My problem is I know I will play Ziniama and I say it's just that I don't know which song. I'll have to be like, which one?
You have to give us a song. One. Uno.
But it's such a diverse music scene.
I know. That's the problem.
That's
That's the problem. But it has to be one song. From your perspective, what one song would you actually tell guys, okay, this is it?
Actually, if it's like one song that can just carry how I'm feeling. Sichangi and Lisa Odor.
No, Facts. Facts is a beautiful song. Also, first of all, when I'm so impressed that you know so much Kenyan music, I'm actually so impressed. I thought you were gonna be failing.
You guys did.
Honestly, no, I thought I was out here just like, hey, this babe that she went, ooh. Then you're here just you're spitting
on
them,
it,
and I'm
bro.
like, she on it. But yeah, Facts is a beautiful song.
Well written, well produced.
As in, that is a beautiful song. So I'm there with you. What about you, Monica? Must showcase. Yani, this is your one opportunity to sell Kenya with one song.
Okay, only because I've had this song on repeat and I think it's bloody brilliant. But
Right.
Blinky, I'm a Aje.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
Blinky- but
okay.
Blinky
So
is the
clearly we are.
ambassador.
Yeah,
Honestly?
no, Blinky is
Blink,
awesome.
listen.
Blinky just does
He's
so many
brilliant.
things for us. No, he is. He's
Like
awesome.
actually,
Yeah.
incredible.
I agree.
Yeah.
110%. That's a great song as well. I like that you guys are for today, like the people today. And then I also like that Lisa is on both projects. Lisa is an
She's
awesome
amazing. Even
Yeah.
her
babe.
her debut
And her
project,
project,
was
yeah.
so
Yeah, her
beautiful.
project
too.
Jadala,
Yeah.
mine with Teo. Bro, Lisa.
Yeah,
Lisa is
she's
doing that
tough.
thing.
The guys are working.
They're working overtime, bro. I keep on asking them, Nini, what's chasing you guys? But I'm here for it. The bag. We gotta get the bag. For me, it has to be Usimpe Roho. Usimpe Roho yako baza kwa. And it's not at the song. It's because it has all the artists that I really mad with.
Okay.
So from that song, you can go find out about Wairi. Find out a genre. You can see Shinsky. You can see Abbas. You can see Nameless.
Good
You can see
shout.
Pam. Yeah.
I
You can
see- I
see.
see
There-
what
yeah.
you're doing
So
there.
for me, I always say, if I'm to must showcase one song, has to be that jam.
That's a good shout.
Yeah. Okay. Coming towards the last song. All right. What is your current favorite song? Current favorite. You guys are just tired with me.
Haya maswali.
I know.
I see, we did the deep stuff, we did the professional stuff. Now let's do the light stuff. What is your favorite song? What's on repeat right now? Kenyan, of course.
I mean, I already said Amaje. That's been on repeat. But if
Yeah.
I can give another one,
Mm-hmm.
it's this song by this artist called Mao from Nowhere.
Mao.
Love Mao.
Ooh, shout out to Mao.
Shout out Mao. That's the homie. Actually, no, that whole EP of his MFN.
Also,
It's
you
classic.
mentioned Maya. You've mentioned Mao.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I think one thing I like about Mao is you don't even like he has also personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad personality.
Like mad personality.
Yeah.
And when a musician has mad personality, I think the music just comes into
It becomes
Yeah.
it gets high key.
He's yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so which song? It has
The
to be
one
one.
from that one that I've had on repeat lately has been Habits. It's like the last track featuring
Yeah.
this guy called Tahir. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Wendy?
The song, like I was even checking my Apple Music. playlist.
Cheat
Imagine
codes.
saying that
Cheat codes. Yeah.
it was Apple too.
Up-
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a banger
classic.
too.
That's also a classic, though. That's about to be a classic. Okay, so I have a couple, but I have to pick one.
Okay.
I think I'm back to. I'd started with. It's called Amado by Imwak. Okay, I don't know how to say it properly.
Wait, is it MAW?
Yeah. Yeah. I love him. So I
Okay.
really love this jam. Like just randomly, I'll just be like,
writing down,
Amado. Then I'm working, I'm doing something, I'm like, Amado. So what am I just thinking about? So like Amado is really in my head. It's just a beautiful jam
He's
altogether.
just brilliant.
He really is. And then Breathing by Hamza as well.
I love Hamza.
Hamza is amazing.
Okay, how comes you could say two? Am I
Sorry,
I
sorry,
know.
sorry.
Is it 'cause it's your show?
Perhaps. But you can shout out your second favorite song.
No, I'll have to say three. So, acha tu, let's just-
Sema
let's
tatu
just-
basi.
let's
Tukikam
just
to
stay
the
at
end.
two. Let's just stay at the two. Oh, Lisa Odwar. Jahira.
Yeah, that's also
Jahira is
Jahira will
such
never
a
not
beautiful
bang. It will
bro.
never.
Jahira
bang.
is such a beautiful song. I think we'll just even end
We
the show
have
on
to
Jahira.
play that
We have to play
Yeah.
Jahira is such a beautiful song. It's ridiculous. And her voice, there's just something about this babe's voice that just it does it for me. What about
Lisa's
you?
voice is so soothing.
It's so exactly. I
If
keep on
I'm
telling her
having
that.
a bad day and
Put
I
on
was
Lisa.
in traffic and I just hear Lisa on the radio, it's like everything is just, cleansed.
Completely. She's soulful. And then she's so deep. And then she's another person who has mad personality because she's also hilarious. Like Lisa will have you dying.
I think I once met her at Spaso and I nearly cried.
Shout out to Lisa. Lisa has my heart for sure. For sure. What about you, babes?
There's this artist called Ken.
Ken.
Iken.
Iken, okay.
And he has a song called Pink Oceans.
Ooh.
I really like because it's also quite Frank Ocean
Yeah.
adjacent.
Yeah.
But
You don't say.
Yeah.
You don't mention it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Okay. We'll definitely play that one as well because I'm just like, that sounds
It's a
like
pretty fire
Pink-
playlist
Pink-
that we've
Pink-
just put together.
Yeah,
mad.
we've actually done well.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Hey, shout out to us.
Yes.
So diverse.
I
We have
hope
everything in it.
Literally.
I hope the playlist will be available.
Hata nakumbuka
Oh
hizo
my
za
goodness,
kwanza.
but now I realized we haven't said anything Gengetune, so I'm going to put Shamra because
Shamra is a dope song.
Shamra,
Right
Shamra.
now, actually, I'm loving Blessings by Mbuzi Gang. They dropped an album, I think, like a month ago.
Yes.
And I'm loving that whole album. But Blessings, I'm
Obsessed.
heavy with it. But listen, I like what you just said.
New position.
Yeah.
Ethic.
New position. Hey, for sure.
I'm not letting this show end without putting that song is like a timeless Gengeton
Classic.
High
Like a
key.
Hall of Fame. For sure. I agree. But they were they?
I think that's a good question.
Anyway, tutajua tu. But I like what you just said. You know what I think we should do? I think now the next thing is to curate a playlist together and see where we're gonna put it and be like, we decided to curate a whole playlist.
Come on now.
Yeah? I'm here for
Yes.
it. So, towards of every show that I do, I love asking my guests their parting shot. So if someone is just coming through, sorry. If someone is just coming, if someone is just coming
Your parting
through,
shot is where I live. I'm like, you know what? I will part with this
no,
because it's pressure.
It's
like,
not
am I
pressure.
supposed to be deep? Am I supposed to be light? Am I
depending on
supposed
what you want.
You know
So
what?
this is the what do you call it? The scope. Yes. Hey, nimetafuta hiyo jina kwa kichwa. But this is the scope, right? So if someone is just joining us right now, or their Wi-Fi was doing that thing, or they had to run and get water, or whatever reason, and they missed some parts of this conversation, what's the one thing that you want them to remember you by, and what you want them to ponder on? So this is just something as a take-home, an aftertaste. You know when you tap that tequila shot and it gongas your, and you're just like, whoop!
You're clearly on the
I gotta plant the seed. Yeah, so we can start with you, Wendy, since you look like you're ready.
I think for me, it's enforcing healthy and how do I call it? Healthy strategic partnerships.
Okay.
Partnerships in the sense that we are helping each other build, but not trying to see what we can gain from each other.
Right.
So let's kill the conditional support.
Yeah.
And let's come out of our feelings. If we're trying to help the entire ecosystem, we have to stay
Right.
together. Our feelings towards a certain part of the ecosystem or a certain part of the industry
Yeah.
is going to be the one that hinders the growth of the industry
Right. That's
as a whole.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. But how okay,
How did
so
I do?
no. You did
Amazing.
amazing because that's something to
A-star.
actually like ponder upon. But how does someone create healthy partnerships? What is that healthy?
I think it's, first of all, because we need to come out of the blame game. If we are going to, like, let's say in music, if the producers are blaming the artists and
Yeah.
the artists are blaming the audience and the audience is blaming the radio, like you see,
Right.
it's like if we just create like a healthy partnerships in the sense that we're working with good producers, good this, good that, like that partnership coming from the entire ecosystem from the
Right.
top to
To
the
the-
bottom
yeah.
is healthy in a way that tunasaidiana.
Yeah.
Or we're helping each other.
Speak Kiswahili. Come on. It's part of our Kenyan heritage.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
In that tunasaidiana, not for our personal gain, but to put out like a dope product. That's when the industry grows. You see, if some producers maybe would make a good beat for a certain artist because they know if I put this on with this artist,
Right.
I'll get a platform. I'm using their platform.
Yeah.
And then if there's an artist who doesn't have a platform but is equally talented.
Right. Or even
they
more
are-
talented.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not working as hard.
Mm.
You get.
Right. I definitely
so that's
get.
what I was talking about, that conditional
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. You've done very well. And that's actually very deep.
Yes.
Grassroots.
That one has been hurting.
Kwa lo, ndani ya loho. What about you, Monica?
Damn, that was so good.
Yeah, you know, had to follow suit.
Very hard to follow suit. But I would say that I know I'm about to sound like a mom, and I know this is about to sound very cliche,
Right.
but it's really important to hold on to your dreams and really fight to be able to manifest and create them. I feel like just in this room,
Right.
right? See, we all one day just had this idea or this urge or this feeling. Like when you were saying, just say yes.
Yeah.
And look where we, and not to say
Right.
it's been easy, it hasn't.
Oh, of
Like,
course not.
where we all have
Yeah.
you know, horror stories, the sweat, the,
The
tears,
tears,
the wanting to
the
give up,
backstabbing,
all of
the
that
lonely
stuff.
nights.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're still going and are succeeding at it, and ultimately, like, there's a space for you in this world. Like,
Right.
don't let anyone or anything or society ever cause you to lose sight of your dreams and
Right.
of your passions, because that's
Right.
how people end up dying. Like, your soul ends up dying and you just
Completely.
become like
A shell of a human.
corporate slave, a shell of a human, and you wake up one day and you're like 65 and it's like, oh shit, what actually?
Where did the time go?
Where did the time go? And
Yeah.
then that's now where we were talking about how you start now trying to want to live through your kids, all this
Right.
stuff, because you didn't, try as hard as you could to pursue what it is that you wanted. And of course, if you feel like you've put in your level best and it's not just working out, then that was not your purpose ultimately. But that's what I would say.
That's really, really dope. You guys are actually really deep, eh? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm here for it. And guys,
Exactly.
I love it. But thank you guys for giving us your time. I always say that, and I'll never get tired of thanking people for giving me their time. That is the one resource that is actually yours, and it's finite, and you'll never get it back. These 3 hours that we've spent together, you can never go at someone and be like, okay, I'm taking back the 3 hours I spent with Tata Nyaks, So thank you so much for availing yourselves for this conversation, for coming through with the energy, for the laughs, being prepared and being present. I don't take it for granted. You guys are A for awesome.
And so are you.
Sometimes. I can
For having us.
Thank you,
Creating
man.
this space. I don't know if I'd have met Wendy, and now see.
And now see, we're about to create like a whole playlist, go for
come on.
brunch, look
Sharing
cute.
books, come on.
I know, like off air is lit.
Yeah.
It's about to get lit. You're about to see some healthy partnerships.
Yes.
Coming. Woo! Look at us already. Leading by example.
I love it.
Love it. I love it here. Actually, you shared something, not shared, but retweeted something about you love chilling with feminine energy because like it's healing, it's warm, it's just energy. You feel pumped. It's a great way to end my day. Okay, it's not ending, but you get what I mean. But and to you, our lovely audience that comes through to listen in, I'm super, super grateful for each one of you. We do not take it for granted right here on Radio 254 because you too are spending your time with us, and that's so important. And you're here with us every Monday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. This has been the 254 Express, but Wednesdays are extra special because it's Women Take Over Wednesdays. And I'm with you, Tata Nyaks, and please make sure you're with us tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. where you will hear me telling about today. No, I'll tell them all that has happened.
Hey, don't bring our stories.
So even you guys tune in tomorrow to hear how I'll be telling the guys about how yesterday went. We're about to play Jahera by Lisa Odwor. Noah, an amazing artist. Shout out to you, Lisa. You know we love you right here on Radio 254. And please, if you still have not listened to her project, please just write Lisa Odwor Noah. It's there. That's it. This is Jahera. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Good night. Have yourselves a peaceful and restful night. Bye. Okay, so say bye.
Bye.
Yeah, hey, Village Shorty Yako box. They telling me to stop. Every time we step up on the scene, we make it pop. Yeah, miss you Ezzy. Miss you Ezzy, stop. Yeah, miss you Ezzy. Miss you Ezzy, stop. Shorty.